Welcome to More by Naviam, a Maximo podcast. I'm Steven Shull, your host and a principal Maximo solution engineer here at Naviam. This is going to be your space for giving practical insights, success stories, and an expert perspective on how to maximize your IBM Maximo software solution. Today, we're going to be covering the Naviam QR code example that we have on our GitHub page. So we're going to be adding the ability to generate a QR code for a BIRT report. Historically, customers have used code 39, code 128, etc. fonts. Those produce a series of challenges, especially around getting the font installed and accessible from BIRT. But also, we don't want to have to worry about an outage in order to configure this stuff. So we're going to be doing a QR code. It'll run entirely by automation script, no external calls to other services, and allow you to embed a QR code in your BIRT reports without an outage. So we have all this documented on our GitHub page, and we'll link to this in the comments. But we're going to kind of deploy this into our local environment and show you how it works. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get into our automation scripts application, and I'm going to create our QR code automation script. This is going to look a little bit unusual to you if you're familiar with Maximo automation scripts, and that is because we are making it compatible with ECMAScript 5. So BIRT uses an older version of the JavaScript framework, and we need to make sure that everything works. The name is not important, but we're going to call it Naviam.QR code because that's what our example uses later in the BIRT report. Just makes it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to create. So now I've done that. I'm going to go into our BIRT workspace. So I'm going to just clone the work order report. So I'm going to clone will print, copy, and paste. I'm going to give it a unique name. Make sure you always want to prefix your reports with some sort of unique prefix. That way, when you import it into Maximo, you don't have to worry about Maximo importing over top of your report. So now I'm going to open the report. So at this point, it's identical to our out-of-the-box work order print. And now we're going to start to add elements to it. So I'm going to get into our data set. We're going to display it for the work order number. So we're going to go into the main data set. We're going to add a new column here, and we're just going to call it QR code. The type is going to be a blob. Say OK. Now I also need that to be available to the table. So I'm going to select the overall table, go down here into the bindings, and then I'm going to add our column here. I'm going to give it the same name. And then again, it needs to be a blob. And then in our expression, we're going to pick it from the main data set. This right here is all alphabetical, so I can just find my record. Okay, so at this point, all we've done is kind of created the column. Now we need to populate it. So unselect the table, so you don't want anything selected while you're doing this, and switch to the script tab. What this will do is this is the report initialization. We're going to copy from our README our script intro. I'll cover what we're going to be doing here. Where you put it exactly is not too important, other than you don't want it to be in any of the functions. If you put in one of the functions, it'll be a localized variable, and we need it to be global to access it in other parts of the report. So what this is doing is this is going to create a new data source called the QR script dataset. It's going to query our Maximo database to find our automation script. And again, if you change this name, you'll have to adjust this. And then it's going to take that source and it's going to actually evaluate it. So this will get the JavaScript function stored into this global variable called Naviam QR code that we're going to be able to use in other parts of the report. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select our main data set. I'm going to go to the fetch. And again, I'm going to copy for simplicity what we do here. So after we've populated, I'm just going to put this down here at the bottom. What we're doing here is we're going to execute based on our global variable Naviam QR code. We're going to pass in the parameter, which in our case is work order number. It could be asset number, PO number, doesn't really matter. It currently only supports a single value. Some QR codes support having the concept of multiple values, but a lot of the apps, especially the mobility apps, can only support scanning a single value. So for the time being, the focus is just on passing in a single value. And then we're going to store it into our data set. So we're going to cast it to a Java string to then get a byte array that we're going to use. And then I'm going to go to our palette and I'm going to drag the image control. We can put this anywhere in the report that we want, but I'm just going to display it right below the work order number description. We're going to pick that we want it to be a dynamic image. The dynamic image is going to be our QR code. Say OK. And then I'll say insert. And now here what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to set the width. You can have some flexibility here as to how big you want it to be. QR codes are very great about scanning. You can scan it from different angles, and it can be a lot smaller than some of the other barcode formats. I'm going to set it to 75 pixels. So by default, it's going to do inches, which is obviously way too big. I'm going to set it to 75 pixels. The other thing that I need to do is I need to go down into our advanced tab, and I need to set a type expression. So this type is a little bit different than a normal image. In order for the BIRT framework to pick it up, again, I'm going to copy this from here. And I'm going to paste. Oh, I got to open up the editor. And now I'm going to preview it. So I'm going to just view the report in our web browser. And so the system that I'm connected to is our demo system. So I'm probably just going to pick work order 1001 in our Bedford site. So it should pop up in just a second. All right, and so I'm just going to add on to the end of this, work order.wonum equals 1001. And voila, we now have a QR code that we can scan from any mobile device that we have. So hopefully this was a helpful way to show you how you can easily embed a QR code in your reports. Before we go, our resource for this episode is obviously going to be our GitHub link that covers everything we did today. But also beyond just what we have there for the QR code, there's a lot of other useful features and functions that we think you'll get value of having inside your system. So be sure to check it all out. Thanks for spending your time with us, and we'll see you in the next episode.